Hello, all my fellow PEers over at Rise. I've decided to teach today's PE lesson from the baseball park. I just got here, so my challenge for you today is to do this outside. I totally understand if you don't have anybody to watch you outside. If that's the case, stay inside. It'll be fine. But if your mom or dad, grandma, grandpa, babysitter, older sibling can take you to the park or in your backyard, get outside. It's so pretty today. I hope it is on Monday when you watch this, but if you can do it, do this outside with me. Let's get started.
All right, everybody should be able to see me. I'm going to do a run through of what every stretch and exercise looks like, and then we are going to do it all together. So we are going to start with arm circles. We go forwards and backwards, and in between that we are doing jumping jacks, just like this. Our next stretch is our arm. So remember, we cross one arm, grab under, pull towards us, and then in between this arm and our other arm, we are going to jog in place. So just a nice jog, and we're going to do 10 seconds of stretching, 10 seconds of the locomotor movement. And then after our arm stretches, we're going to do side twists. So you can either put your arms like this, or you can put them straight out, and we're just going to twist side to side. We're going to twist for 10 seconds, and then do lunges. So for lunges, that is what a lunge looks like. I hope you could see that. And then quad stretches. So remember, we grab our foot, we pull that up. That's our quad, stretches that out. In between that, we're gonna do high knees. So put your hands up, try to get your knees to touch your hands. And then we are going to do ankle rolls. So again, I'm gonna slide all the way back here so you can see my feet all the way in the camera. I don't know if you can see me. Hang on, let me try to angle you down a little bit so you can, oh, I'm so sorry. This is what an ankle roll looks like. Just like that. So put your toe in the ground and roll that ankle. I'm sorry for the close-up. Okay, is everybody ready to get started? I will play some music in the background of this, and we are going to count to 10 seconds while we stretch, and then count for 10 seconds while we do the movement. I would love if everybody could count with me and show me your great counting skills, and let's get started. So we're gonna start with arm circles forwards. So we're gonna go forwards for 10 seconds. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're gonna jog in place for 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're gonna do backwards arm circles for 10 seconds. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna jog in place one more time. Ready? Jog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. All right, we're gonna do these arm stretches now. We're gonna hold them for 10 seconds and then do jumping jacks for 10 seconds in between each arm. I'm gonna start with my left arm, this arm, cross it over our body, grab under our arm, pull towards us for 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds of jumping jacks. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, other arm, my right arm, this one, since it's reversed in the camera, put it over me, grab my arm, pull it towards me for 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 more seconds of jumping jacks. This time, let's try to count backwards from 10. So we're gonna start at 10. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, y'all. Okay, moving right on to side twist. So either arm straight out or kind of bent like this. Either one works. We're just gonna go side to side for 10 seconds. In between that, we're gonna do those lunges I showed you, and I'll scoot back so you can see my feet. So arms out and ready for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let me see if I can scoot you forward some without dropping you. I'm gonna do lunges for 10 seconds also. Count out loud, you might not be able to hear me. I've got to scoot back. Ready? 10 lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. All right, we're gonna do it for 10 more seconds. Ready? Start facing the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're gonna do those lunges again for 10 more seconds. Count out loud because you might not be able to hear me since I have to scoot all the way back there to do them. Do 10 of them. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job, y'all. I'm out of breath already. Okay. We're gonna do our quad stretches on each side now. So remember, we take our hand, we put our foot up, we grab the flat of our foot or the front of our foot, pull it towards you. Feel that stretch up here. And then in between, we're gonna do high knees. So hold for 10 seconds, high knees for 10 seconds, hold for 10 seconds, high knees for 10 seconds. So ready? Go ahead and grab that foot and balance for 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. High knees for 10 seconds. Let's count backwards again. Ready? Start at 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, we're gonna do the other leg. So I'm gonna start with my right leg this time. Pull that up. We're gonna hold it for 10 more seconds. Let's count backwards again. Start at 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High knees for 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. We're gonna start at 1 this time and count up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. And we are on to our last stretch, which is ankle roll. So I'm gonna scoot all the way back so you can see me. But like I said, just put your foot on the ground and kind of move your leg around. I'm gonna scoot back so you can see my feet. We're gonna do it for 10 seconds. You gotta count really loud with me since you might not be able to hear me all the way back there. Okay, I don't think you're gonna be able to see me at any angle. Let's try. Okay, that might work. Here we go. Okay, 10 seconds. Ready? Put your foot in the ground and roll your ankle like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then our movement is frog jump. So touch the sky, touch the ground. Ready? Touch the sky, touch the ground. Touch the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, we're going to do the other side now. So I did my right leg that time, left leg this time. Stick that foot in the ground, twist around for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 frog jumps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job, guys. We are going to keep moving right along. Stay tuned. Okay, so before we actually get into throwing whatever ball we have, we are going to do some practice throwing. So I am going to give you a scenario, like pretend you are throwing a ball across a lake, or pretend you're trying to throw a ball all the way over the tallest building you can see, and I want you to act like you're doing that. So I want you to throw an imaginary ball like you would if you had one and you had to throw it that far. So I have about four different scenarios that we are going to run through. We're only going to spend about 20 seconds on it, but I just want you to practice what your throw would look like if you were doing that. So our first one is pretend you have to throw a rock across a river. So if I was throwing a rock across a river, I would probably throw it sideways, kind of like I would be throwing a frisbee, especially if it's like a skipping rock. I don't know if you've ever skipped rocks before, but mine would be like a sideways throw like this. Yours might be all the way up in the air. It might be underhand. Show me what yours would look like. Spend about 10 or 20 seconds doing it. So just practice that throw. So mine's gonna look like this. It might go a little higher, might turn into this, but it's probably gonna start like this. Okay. Our next scenario is pretend you want to throw a ball over a very tall building. So this building isn't super tall, but it's definitely taller than I am. So I am going to act like I need to get a ball all the way over that building. So I'm probably gonna throw it, I'm gonna swing my arm all the way back, and I'm gonna throw it all the way over it like this. I might even bend my knees a little bit to get me some power as I throw it up. So again, spend about 10 or 20 seconds acting and pretending like you have to throw the ball over the tallest building that you can possibly think of. So a big throw. Big throw. Let me see yours. Do those throws. Practice over the biggest building. All right, moving on to the third one. It says, pretend you are a javelin thrower and you want to make the biggest, longest throw ever. So here, we're not trying to throw high, we're trying to throw long. So think about, I'm sure you all have been, or you've seen a football field or a basketball court or a tennis court. Think about throwing your ball from one end to the other. You want to get it all the way across. So you're not really worried about throwing it up in the sky, but getting it all the way across. So practice that throw. What would it look like if I told you you had to throw a ball from one end of a football field to another? Practice that throw. Mine's probably gonna look like this. I'm really gonna reach and throw. Like that. Really gonna reach and throw. Okay, we've got one more. Our last one says, pretend you are a baseball pitcher and you are throwing a fastball. So, if any of you watch baseball, you probably have an advantage to this one because you might know what that throw looks like. But if you don't, just act like you are throwing a baseball and there are a million people there to watch you throw it. So it's got to be a good, fast throw. It's got to be so fast. So you might want to wind your arm up and throw it. You really want to throw your arm fast. Get it through really fast. You want that ball to go so fast that it's going to hit the catcher's hand and hurt them. You want to throw it fast. Not that we want to hurt somebody, but we got to think about it like that if we really want to get that good throw in. Just like that. Awesome job. Okay, now we are moving on to individual activities. So this is where you are going to grab whatever ball you have at home. Preferably if you have a couple of them, something more soft, especially if you are inside. Even something like a beanbag or anything of that nature would work. Unfortunately, since I'm at the baseball park, I've got a baseball. I don't advise you to use a baseball because it's hard, especially if you're inside. But I know we've got to use whatever works. So just remember, we don't want to hurt anybody. We don't want to break anything. we are not going to act like we're throwing the ball in a baseball game as the pitcher and we want to hurt the person's hand. We're going to work on soft, gentle, careful throws where we won't hurt anybody, ourselves, or break anything else. Okay. So this says throw a beanbag or our ball against the wall. Concentrate on the following points. We want to start with our feet together. Start with the non-throwing side towards the target area, which would be the wall, and throw from one side of the gym or at home, so wherever you're starting, and try to hit the other wall. Hey guys, I just wanted to throw in a little disclaimer right here because I rewatched the video I recorded and I realized I asked you all to throw a ball inside at a wall, and I want to take a step back and tell you not to do that without your parents or the adult's permission or supervision. So scholars, if this is you watching right now and your parents are not close by, or the adult that's at your house is not close by, why don't you take a second and go ask them where it would be okay to throw or practice your throwing right now, whether that's inside or outside, if there's an area where you can do that. If you are not able to have a place to do that right now, not a problem. Hit pause on this video and you are more than welcome to come back to this at a later date when there is a place that you could safely practice your throwing, not at a wall or not without your parents' supervision. So go ask them real quick and then we will keep going. We'll get into it. Okay, so before we've practiced what our throw looks like, and before we actually start throwing the ball, let's talk about how to hold the ball. So there are totally different ways to hold different balls in different sports. So you would hold a football different than you would hold a baseball, differently than you would hold a tennis ball, differently than you would hold a basketball. So this isn't exactly the right way to hold whatever you might have, but this is just the way we're going to practice so that we're able to do it when we start throwing today. So like I said, I have a baseball. Just do your best with whatever sized one you have. I know we're working with what we have, so let's just keep doing just that. So I want you to act like you're giving me a high five. And then I want you to scrunch your hands like this, or scrunch your fingers like this. And then I want you to try to put the ball right in the center. So the goal is to be able to hold the ball without these three fingers, just holding it with our thumb and our pinky. Like I said, all of your hands are different sizes. The ball is a different size. Probably, I'm sure we don't all have the same ball. So just try your best, but try to get your grip to look as much like this as possible. So let's go over our stance to throw the ball. So what our lower half of our body, not including our arm, at first should look like to throw the ball. So we're gonna do legs, it's a mosquito, legs first. So we are going to start with, well, I'll face this way first, our feet together. So I know you can't see my feet, but you can see my legs are as close together as they can get. I'm gonna turn this way now. So now that my legs are together, practice lifting. Okay, so wait, figure out which hand you're gonna throw your ball with first. So I throw my ball with my right hand. If you don't know, just pick one, that's totally fine. So we always lift the opposite leg of the hand we're throwing with. So if I am throwing with this arm, I'm gonna lift this leg. Do it this way. If I'm throwing with this arm, I'm gonna lift this leg. Do this if you're throwing with your right arm. If you're throwing with left arm, you're gonna lift this leg. Always opposite sides of our body. So, now with our feet together, lift this leg and lean back just like this. Do this a couple times. And don't fall. Hold your balance. All right, now we're gonna add actually we're gonna do one more thing. So now when you lean back, step forward. Like that. So lean back, leg up, step forward. Lean back, leg up, step forward. Now we're gonna add our arm into the motion. So when our leg goes up, our arm goes back. It's like they're connected. So now do this. Just like that. I'll do it this way. Opposite arm to leg. Like this. Now we're gonna try and put it all together. So arm and leg go up, step forward. arm and leg go up, step forward. We want to make sure when our arm goes up that it's not going like this, it's not going like this, it's going straight back. We want this to be like a straight line. Right here, our elbow to our shoulder, we want to make it a straight line. Can you see me? When we throw, we want it to be like this, not like this, not like this, like this. Like you're showing your muscles, like that. So leg comes up, arm comes back, step forward. Leg comes up, arm goes back, step forward. Do that a couple times. Okay, this time, let go of the ball, softly. I don't want any super hard throws. Almost just let it slide out of your hand, like this. See, I didn't even really throw. You want to do this very gently. So, remember, back, front. If y'all want to pause your video and spend about 3 to 5 minutes practicing your throw, now is the time to do so. If not, keep on listening and go into our closing. We're going to do some yoga. So, since I'm sitting like this, let's start with cross leg. So this is like sitting crisscross applesauce, but instead of scrunching your legs up like this, you want to make them where you're, I don't know if you can see my feet in this, but where really the only thing that's crossed is your feet. So your legs are out a little bit more. And you're going to put your hands on your knees and kind of push down a little bit and just let's take 5 deep breaths together. So ready? Breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Last one. Good job. Hopefully that cools you down a little bit from all of the stuff we just did before this. Okay. Our next one is going to be, let's see. Let's do a plank position because that can also be what is the word I'm looking for? An exercise. So it can be a yoga pose and an exercise. It's really good for our abs right here. So with the plank position, you're going to start like this with your knees on the ground. You're going to take your hands, put them here so you look like you're in, what was this pose called? This pose had a name. And then you're going to put your feet up. And this is what we call a plank. Just like this. Let's hold it for about 10 seconds. Good job. Go ahead and come down. Awesome. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Another pose is, this is a good one. So we're going to stand up. I'm going to scoot back so you can see me. This is called a tree. So we start with our feet together. We're going to bring one leg up like this. So this part of your foot right here kind of just fits on the side of your knee, and it should look like this. And then we bring our hands up. I'm sorry if my arms are cut off, but bring your hands all the way above your head and put them like this, straight. Put that leg up. See if you can balance for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Okay, let's see what we have next. Oh, so we learned downward dog. Can everybody show me what downward dog looks like? It's kind of like the plank, but we pull our bottom up in the air a little more. So if we start in the plank, this was the downward dog, like this. So if this is a downward dog, what do you think an up dog will look like? Like this. And you want to think about reaching your head back. You'll feel that stretch down here in your lower back. Let's take about 5 more deep breaths while we're right here. Really stretch. Good. All right,
going to do one more yoga pose. What shall it be? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Actually, this is a 2-in-1 yoga pose. So, the first one is called a log, and it's pretty simple. We just lay down on our back with our arms up like this. And this is simply called the log pose. Number 1. The log pose number 2 is a little bit trickier. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our feet up and our arms up and hold this pose, just like that. It makes me shake because I'm squeezing my muscles so hard. So if it does that for you, totally fine. That means it's working. We're getting stronger. It's a challenge. It's good to be challenged. So let's try and hold this for 5 seconds, okay? Count with me. On the count of 3, let's get up. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job, guys. All right, thank you for participating in yoga and for this PE class, and I will see y'all throughout the week, and then we will be back for our week 5 lesson next week. See y'all later.